Learn English to Hindi must forms. Must in.
जरूर होना.
With funny past obligation stories. Welcome to Must Land. Hey, you're about to learn one of the most useful ideas in language, obligation. And yes, we will do it with drama, memory tricks, and at least one imaginary bossy cat. Today's English focus is the family of must and had to. In Hindi, one key starting phrase is
जरूर होना.
meaning must. So if life points a finger at you and says, no excuses, buddy, that feeling is
जरूर होना.
You will also meet past forms.
मुझे करना पड़ा.
For I had to.
जरूरी था.
For had to or it was necessary.
उसे करना पड़ा.
For he had to and she had to.
यह जरूरी था.
For it had to.
हमें करना पड़ा.
For we had to.
जरूर करना पड़ा.
For you had to, and.
उन्हें करना पड़ा.
For they had to. Your core word today. Let's begin with the big boss word. Say it with confidence, like you are announcing that laundry can no longer be ignored. Must in Hindi.
जरूर होना.
I must go now. In Hindi.
मुझे अब जाना जरूर होना है.
You must study today. In Hindi.
तुम्हें आज पढ़ना जरूर होना है.
We must leave early. In Hindi.
हमें जल्दी निकलना जरूर होना है.
Memory trick.
जरूर.
Sounds a bit like sure. If something is sure and necessary, then it feels like must.
जरूर होना.
Yesterday was bossy. Now we jump into the past, where every sentence sounds like a tiny excuse. Very useful, very human. I had to in Hindi is.
मुझे करना पड़ा.
Imagine yesterday tapping you on the shoulder and whispering, you had plans, but life had other plans. Yesterday, I had to leave early.
मुझे जाना पड़ा.
I had to wait outside.
मुझे बाहर इंतजार करना पड़ा.
Because of the rain, I had to stay home.
मुझे घर पर रहना पड़ा.
If you want a dramatic sound effect, sigh a little before saying.
मुझे करना पड़ा.
It fits perfectly. Past necessity in general. Sometimes you do not want to say exactly who suffered. You just want to say it was necessary. Hindi has that too. Had to can also appear as
जरूरी था.
meaning it was necessary or had to in a past sense. Yesterday, you had to leave early.
कल तुम्हें जल्दी जाना जरूरी था.
Because of the rule, you had to wait.
नियम की वजह से तुम्हें इंतजार करना जरूरी था.
In that situation, you had to be careful.
उस स्थिति में तुम्हें सावधान रहना जरूरी था.
Think of
जरूरी था.
as the sentence wearing a serious tie and saying, this was necessary. He, she, and the universal excuse. Good news. Hindi gives you a very practical shortcut here. He had to and she had to can use the same core phrase in many contexts. He had to.
उसे करना पड़ा.
She had to.
उसे करना पड़ा.
He had to leave early.
उसे जल्दी जाना पड़ा.
He had to work all night.
उसे सारी रात काम करना पड़ा.
She had to study all night.
उसे सारी रात पढ़ना पड़ा.
She had to wait outside.
उसे बाहर इंतजार करना पड़ा.
Mini joke, he said he was busy. She said she was busy. The dishes said, wonderful, but.
उसे करना पड़ा.
And also.
उसे करना पड़ा.
Single quote. When it had to happen. Now let's make the universe itself sound dramatic. Because sometimes it was not just you. It was fate, timing, or a microwave disaster. It had to in Hindi is.
यह जरूरी था.
It had to happen today.
यह आज होना जरूरी था.
It had to be done quickly.
ये जल्दी करना जरूरी था.
It had to stop.
ये रुकना जरूरी था.
Imagine a movie narrator saying, "The toast burned. The smoke rose."
यह जरूरी था.
No one knows why, but it sounds important. We had to survive together. Time for teamwork. Or, more honestly, time for shared suffering. We had to in Hindi is,
हमें करना पड़ा.
we had to leave early.
हमें जल्दी जाना पड़ा.
We had to wait outside.
हमें बाहर इंतजार करना पड़ा.
We had to study all night.
हमें पूरी रात पढ़ना पड़ा.
Group memory image. A whole team of sleepy students holding snacks and repeating.
हमें करना पड़ा.
Like a tragic choir. You had to, my friend. Now I point at you, but in a supportive way. A very educational, friendly, slightly dramatic way. You had to in this lesson appears as.
जरूर करना पड़ा.
Repeat it slowly.
जरूर करना पड़ा.
A more natural example sentence from the set is, you had to go.
तुम्हें जाना पड़ा.
Because it was late, you had to leave.
क्योंकि देर हो गई थी, तुम्हें जाना पड़ा.
It started raining, so you had to run home.
तुम्हें घर भागना पड़ा.
Tiny comedy moment. You said, I was just relaxing. The weather said, adorable.
जरूर करना पड़ा.
Single quote. They had to as well. You were not alone. Other people also had obligations, which is comforting in a strangely grammatical way. They had to in Hindi is.
उन्हें करना पड़ा.
They had to leave early.
उन्हें जल्दी जाना पड़ा.
They had to work all night.
उन्हें सारी रात काम करना पड़ा.
They had to wait outside.
उन्हें बाहर इंतजार करना पड़ा.
Picture a group staring at a locked door and saying in perfect chorus.
उन्हें करना पड़ा.
It is sad, but very well pronounced. Mini dialogue at the disaster cafe. Let's put everything into one playful scene. Listen like a story, and notice how the phrases repeat naturally. At the disaster cafe, the sign on the wall says,
जरूर होना.
apparently, paying the bill is not optional. I say, yesterday.
मुझे करना पड़ा.
Wash all the dishes. The waiter nods and says, yes, it.
जरूरी था.
The plates were forming a mountain. Then he points at the cook.
उसे करना पड़ा.
Work all night. The manager adds, and the new assistant?
उसे करना पड़ा.
Wait outside because she forgot her key. A dramatic voice from nowhere says,
यह जरूरी था.
safety first. Then the whole staff sighs together.
हमें करना पड़ा.
Clean everything before sunrise. The waiter points at you and says kindly, if you visit tomorrow.
जरूर करना पड़ा.
May become your story too. Outside, the delivery team arrives late and explains.
उन्हें करना पड़ा.
Take the long road. Quick recall drill. Your turn. I say the English, you say the Hindi. If you answer confidently, you officially defeat the bossy cat. Must. Answer.
जरूर होना.
I had to. Answer.
मुझे करना पड़ा.
Had to, or it was necessary. Answer.
जरूरी था.
He had to. Answer.
उसे करना पड़ा.
She had to. Answer.
उसे करना पड़ा.
It had to. Answer.
यह जरूरी था.
We had to. Answer.
हमें करना पड़ा.
You had to. Answer.
जरूर करना पड़ा.
They had to. Answer.
उन्हें करना पड़ा.
Final challenge and friendly goodbye. Before you go, give yourself one last challenge. Say one sentence for yourself, one for another person, and one for a group. Try these models.
मुझे करना पड़ा. उसे करना पड़ा.
And.
हमें करना पड़ा.
You can also compare present and past.
जरूर होना.
For must, and.
जरूरी था.
Or the past phrases with.
पड़ा.
For had to. Thank you for learning with me today. You did great, and yes, maybe you even survived Must Land with style. Keep practicing out loud, repeat the Hindi phrases often, and come back tomorrow for another round.